Hi everyone, and this is Diaryganronpa part 2. I saw how many people liked the first part, and I don't really post that oftenly, so I just thought that I could do part 2. I saw how many views was on that video, and I thought, damn, that's a lot of views. I mean, for me, 200 something is good for me. I don't really get over 100. My most is like 50 views. I'm so thankful for uh, y'all for watching my videos. And I don't really have that much to say. So let's get to reading. Uh, One could even say I don't even, wait. I cut off. So wait, I'm gonna read the entire thing. As high schoolers, the 16 of you are brimming with potential. One could even say you are the hope of the future, which is why you will be living a communal life here for the foreseeable future. We all froze in shock. A communal life? So we had to live inside the school? It seems like everyone else felt the same way. So you're telling me we're trapped in the school? Hey now, don't putting words in my mouth and don't be putting food in my mouth either. Because like I said, I'm not a doll. There's only one way to leave the school and one way only. You must kill another student. What? We all stood in silence for a few seconds, letting Alfredo's words sink in. To escape, I needed to kill someone else. The first one to act was somebody it took me a second to recognize. It was Latricia Hooks. I've heard enough of this. It's time for you to shut up. With an incredible speed, she leapt into the stage and grabbed. Are you serious, man? Oh God! Wait a second, Ryan. You're on video.
Okay.
This is the guy who called. Now I'm gonna call you. Ring typ 5 minuter, okay?
Bro, why just, bro.
Bro, yeah, I was switching between English and Swedish. Okay.
Jag have.
Okay, I'm just gonna call you back in 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, okay, bye.
Okay, bye. All right. Finally, after that, where was I? Uh, with incredible speed, she leapt onto the stage and grabbed Alfredo, and Latricia stood there holding Alfredo's Alfredo, whose head has been punched clean off. But suddenly, something happened to his body. Beep, beep. I'm not really a good sound effector, so you're just gonna hear a bunch of bad sound effects. Beeping noise started emitting from Alfredo's body. It was getting faster. Chuck it! Huh? Throw the doll! I wasn't expecting Latricia to take orders from someone half her size, but thankfully she listened, just in the nick of time. Two. Boo poo kabloom. Yeah. Uh, I stumbled backwards as Alfredo exploded. My ears were ringing. If Latricia hadn't thrown him in time, well, I didn't want to think about it. We stood around for a moment, unsure of what to do, but the silence didn't last long. Not so fast. So many things had shocked me today, but now I was just felt confused. We watched as a new Alfredo launched out from behind the desk and landed onto the stage. But you blew up. You thought that was the only call for me? I have spares, tons and tons of spares. You could blow me up 100 times and it wouldn't even make a dent in my supply. How many are we talking exactly? How many slices of bread have you eaten in your life? Ah ha 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 ha. What are the sound effects I'm making? I'm just gonna keep on going. As For Miss Hooks, harming the principal in any way is against school regulations. Consider this your first and only warning. Next time, punishments will be in order. What kind of punishments? The same punishments for breaking any of the rules. Execution. We all gasped conceivably. Normally, I would have said this was the most twisted prank or a very orthodox method of orientation, but based on what we had seen today, this seemed all too real. Speaking of rules, down the hall are your rooms. Inside, you'll find your student handbooks, which contains all the school regulations. As soon as he finished speaking, Alfredo jumped behind the desk again and vanished. We all stood in the gym in shock until I said what we were actually all thinking. So, what do we do now? I mean, this has to be bullshit, right? That's right. I saw a prank show just like this once. This isn't a prank. Look around. There are security cameras all over the place. The windows the windows are covered in metal plates. Besides, none of us remember signing up for any kind of reality show, right? Well, no. Until we get more information, we need to assume that this is real. As much as I hated agreeing with Patty or the doll, what she said made sense. We all decided to head back to our rooms, then split into groups and search for the school. Since we all knew each other from middle school, the groups formed pretty naturally. Bailey and Holly both wanted to go with Bryce, so three of them went off in one direction. Fregley and Rubly formed one group, and Chirag and Emily tagged along. Patty, Abigail left together, while Speed Bump and Latricia went in the other direction. Angie, Alex, and Albert each went off by themselves. So that left me and Greg. I guess Rowley is a pretty good person to team up with. At least I can't count on him. I can't count on him not to start murdering people or anything. We all started by looking for our rooms. Luckily, it didn't take long dorms. We headed down the hall to see a few others already there, standing outside a row of doors. That's weird. What is it? The nameplates on the doors have our names. The rooms were designed especially for us. Shirag was right. That was odd, but I didn't have time to focus on that. I kept looking until I found a door with my name on it. Between Shirag and Holly, Raleigh and I decided to out our rooms and then met outside when we were done. I walked inside to find a perfectly normal room. To be honest, it was fancier than I expected. There was a double bed that looked pretty comfortable, pretty big bathroom and drawers and they were filled with my clothes. For whatever reason, out of all the crazy things we had heard today, that shocked me the most. For someone to have brought my clothes here, would have to get into my house, but everything was fine when I left in this morning, and that was only an hour ago. I kept searching. There was no point in dwelling on the now, and I could always bring it up with others later. Ruby Bird had said there was a dining hall in the school, and so we agreed to meet there at 9 p.m. When we were done looking around, on my bed was a tablet, and that I realized was our student handbook. As soon as I turned it on, my name flashed on the screen, followed by a message. Hello, as this is your first time using this device, please familiarize with yourself with the school regulations. I flipped through the rules and rules, keeping track of them as I went. Number 1. Students are allowed to live across from high school for the rest of their natural life, or until the killing school life has ended. Under no other circumstances may a student leave the school. No student may harm the principal in any way or destroy the security cameras located around the school. The principal cannot directly harm any students unless they violate the rules or found guilty. With 4. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Crossland High School to your discretion. 5. The principal cannot enter a student's room when they are not inside. 6. Anyone who kills another student and gets away with it will be permitted to leave the school and the killing school life will end. The principal may add additional rules at any time. Needless to say, these rules didn't make things any less confusing. What was the killing school life, and why would it end as soon as one person left the school? The rules were clear about one thing, though. Unless I killed somebody, I would be living here forever. On that happy note, I kept looking around my room. There was one thing of interest on my desk. It was typed document. It was a typed document on a sheet of paper. Alfredo's housekeeping rules. Nighttime is around 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Certain areas will be off limits during the time, so proceed with caution. The water will also be shut off at nighttime. There is a garbage room on the first floor. One person will be assigned garbage duty each week on the rotation schedule, and only they will have access to the room. Students' rooms are completely soundproof. Your handbooks allow you to access the bathroom in the hallway, the garbage room, and other areas in the school. You may not enter a room that your handbag prevents you from entering by using another student's handbook or having somebody else hold the doors for you. There is a key to each student's room located on your desk. If you lose yours, please contact Alfredo. Included in your room is a toolkit with some very sharp appliances as well as a map on your body vitals organs. Feel free to use your imagination, folks. These rules were a little more normal, at least until the last one. I didn't bother looking for the toilet toolkit, but I did grab the key and left the room, locking the door on my way out. Rowley was already waiting for me. So, where to next? We wandered around the school for a while, checking out the various rooms. There was a laundry room, a couple of classrooms, and a locked door. That I guessed must have been the garbage room. After a while, it was getting close to night 9, so we headed on the dining hall, and waited for the others amble in. At 9, everyone was there except for Albert, who waltzed in a few minutes later. Finally, we started discussing what we had found. So, this doesn't seem like any ordinary school. Definitely not. Definitely not. I mean, my sister goes to Crossing, and it definitely doesn't have dorm rooms or a laundry room. The banner in the gym says Crossland, though. Yeah, because they're lying to us. This definitely isn't Crossland High School. Whoever is controlling Alfredo probably abducted us and brought us here. Forget about that. Did anyone find a way out? Well, shit. These rules are very weird, though. I mean, what's the killing school life? There's something else I found odd. Look at rules 3 and 5, the ones about a friend or not attacking us or breaking into our rooms, right? Right, but if these rules are written by Alfredo, why would he create restrictions for himself? That was a really good point, and we all took a second to think about it. The most likely reason was that, are you serious? Who is calling? don't mind that. The most likely reason was that these rules were written by someone beside our friend, though. But how was that?